Hello! Today we're going to talk about Hong Kong. Hong Kong. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie me. Now, first of all, the one thing you should know is I am not on the side of the protesters. Before you say it, I am not on the side of the police either, okay? I am actually going to be a neutral person in this. Normally I don't. Normally I say, well, it's their fault or it's their fault, right? But as journalists, we try to be neutral. Sometimes we don't always succeed, and normally I wouldn't succeed, but this time I can because I'm not on the side of anyone. And I'm going to explain why. First of all, I'm not on the side of the protesters because they're not protesting. They've been I mean, there is now, at this time, there was a sort of, I don't know what you call it, like a big gathering in the square in Hong Kong, and it was mainly peaceful. There were umbrellas everywhere, it's like the umbrella protesting, and it was relatively peaceful from what I could tell. And it was, they were legally doing that. No, the police said they could do that, it was legal. That's fine, okay? That's fine. However, the march to the protest wasn't illegal, that was illegal, but how they were supposed to get there, I don't know. They had to get there somehow, so I'm not going to make a fuss about that. That's for the police to decide. The thing that really bothered me, though, if we track back a few days, is the thing in the airport. Now, I'm sorry, but that wasn't a protest. It started out as a protest. Everyone was sat quietly in the airport, just keeping their nose clean, you know, and as long as they stayed out of the way of the passengers and just stayed in a corner and said, look, we're protesting about this, but carry on with your daily routine, that would have been fine. But they didn't. They disrupted the airport. They stopped anyone being able to use the airport. They had to cancel all their flights. And then they started attacking the police. They tied up 2 Chinese guys, saying they were probably, mainland Chinese, saying they were probably spies. I'm sorry, but when you start doing that, you cease to have my sympathy. I know what you're after. You're after autonomy for Hong Kong, which you've always had since 1997, and you wanted this extradition thing to be scrapped. That's gone. The extradition thing's gone. So why you're still worrying about that, I don't know. However, yes, you want autonomy for Hong Kong. Fine. I am totally with you on that. You know, they promised to leave you alone until about 2040. They should do it. I totally agree with you. What I don't agree with is your methods. It's like saying, I, to a certain degree, agree with the reunification of Ireland. But do I agree with the IRA and their bombing campaign? No, I didn't. So, when we got peace in Northern Ireland, I was thrilled. You know, do it through negotiation. Violence solves nothing. Okay? And you want me to have sympathy with you. Well, I'm sorry, but no. I did have sympathy while you were being quiet, but now you've started disrupting flights and being violent towards the police and hurting other innocent people. You've lost my sympathy. Because now, you're not being protesters, you're just being twats. Okay? And before anyone says anything, the same goes for the police. While you were just taking these protesters, I use that very loosely, and just arresting them and sticking them in jail, fine. You cause trouble, that's where you belong, in my opinion. However, when you start hitting them, and you start gassing them, and you start shooting them in the eye, because one of them apparently shot a nurse in the eye, I'm sorry, that's when you lose my sympathy too. So I have no sympathy for the police, and I have no sympathy for the protesters. You guys, if you want what you want, you are going to have to do this in a better way. You know, I'm sorry, not like this. It's just not on. Because if I was the Chinese government, I'd be looking at you and thinking, what a bunch of twats. I wouldn't be thinking, oh, these people need our help, we need to talk and negotiate and find out a way to solve this. I'd be just thinking, what a bunch of assholes you are. You know, and the Chinese, I'm worried. Because you carry on like this, you're going to be in big trouble. So far, the Chinese government have sort of not done a lot about this. Right? They've said to the police in Hong Kong, you know, you've got to deal with this. But it's been fairly, you know, low-key, right? If you carry on like this, we're going to have another Tiananmen Square on our hands. The Chinese army are going to come in and they're going to bloody slaughter you. Now, is that what you want? I don't want that. I saw that last time and it was horrible. You know? And the people in Tiananmen were just so quiet and so peaceful. There was, as far as I know, there was not that much violence going on there, and yet they got slaughtered. They got absolutely slaughtered. Right? So, I'm sorry. How do you think they're going to react to this? I love Hong Kong. I would love to visit Hong Kong. More than anything in the world, I would love to visit Hong Kong. It's just funds prevent me from doing so, but I would love to visit Hong Kong. Hopefully, if I get a job in a professional journalism job, I'll be able to go there on an assignment or something. But anyway, I would love to visit Hong Kong. At the moment, that's not possible. However, and that is why I'm not happy with this. This is not good for you guys. You want people to have sympathy with your cause and sympathy with Hong Kong, you're going about it the wrong way because you've just lost my sympathy. So all I'm saying is, if you want us to have sympathy with you, do it properly. You know, a quiet protest, alright? Stand there with your banner, like the one you're doing in the square at the moment, which is totally peaceful. Just stick your umbrella in there, stick a banner up or something. Have a march if you want one. But don't get into riots. Don't get into fights with the police. Don't go around, you know, taking innocent civilians and tying them up, because that's not going to do you any good. I do not want to see another Tiananmen Square, so stop doing that, okay? There. And to the police, stop treating them like shit, alright? Just sort them out, definitely. You know, arrest them if you have to, but don't punish, don't be violent with tears and because eventually you're just going to get, you know, the violence is just going to get worse because it's going to escalate. The more you antagonise each other, the more escalation you're going to get. And it's just going to get worse and worse, and then the army are going to come in, and that's going to be the end of that. So, to the police, stop doing that. Arrest them if you must, but otherwise, no. And to the protesters, calm down. Just protest, yes. Get violent and hurt others who don't deserve to be hurt and just be narcissists, no. Run over. Suck in.